夫是以色列的科技创新中心，它不仅拥有令人惊叹的创新成果，还拥有强大的创新成果商业化的能力。而特拉维夫大学是以色列最大也是最具影响力的高等学府，它是这个创新孵化生态系统的原动力和建造者之一。学术界和工业界的紧密联系，令学术领域的突破可以迅速走向市场。
And what are the universities doing within the universities to encourage entrepreneurship?
The mandate of the university is, first of all, basic research. Basic research is a great feeder to this pipeline of translation, which takes an idea to an innovation. So within a university, we can encourage the students and the faculty to put more emphasis on entrepreneurship, not neglecting, I have to emphasize it, not neglecting basic research. If you cannot rush with the commercial part on account of basic research.
That's step one, right?
This is step one and should remain step one, even if it does not lead to immediate results.
以色列研发经费占 GDP 比例约为4.8%，美国和 OECD 经合组织平均比例为2.5%。以色列的人均研发开支在世界上也是位居首位。当基础研究获得充分的支持，下一步的技术转化才能获得源源不断的动力。
I think people are interested in the technology transfer part because I think they think that for the basic research, you just put resources, right? And with whatever people you have, it's there. But then with the technology transfer, it's more like the know-how. They don't know how to set up the structure in a way that's productive.
The art is how to bring in the entrepreneurial, the innovation part without destroying the basic research. And here, I say it again, you don't force, you encourage.
But how to encourage is a state of the art.
Right. So you have to really learn the system. You have to swim in the system. And also to listen. Some of the ideas come from the students. Some of the ideas come from the faculty. So the fact that president, provost have an open door here in all universities, have an open door, and students can come in. It's not just by knocking, but it's very easy, makes the dialogue very, very fruitful. I learn a lot from them.
So remain open-minded for the wisdom from the crowd.
The crowd has a lot of wisdom.
以色列学府在技术转化领域走在世界前沿。特拉维夫大学拥有约2500项专利，并拥有专业化的技术转让机制。它已经连续4年跻身世界10大最具创新能力大学榜单，在校友成功创业和获得风投方面，与美国斯坦福、哈佛大学等并驾齐驱。
Within the university, we have a company here, which is a tech transfer company. It exists in all universities in Israel and also abroad, that provides the service for those faculty members who wants to take the next step from an idea to, let's say, a product. It's called Ramot at Tel Aviv University. They take upon themselves to patent, to try commercialize. We faced two problems. Ramot can recognize an idea that a faculty member has, but Ramot doesn't have the money to invest in early stage ideas. Investors from the outside are interested in more mature stage of an idea. So we managed to create here, and I think it was the only university in Israel, I don't know if it's only in Israel, but here we were the first, a fund to really bring investors and convince them that they might be part of Tel Aviv University IP in the beginning and enjoy it later.
在技术转化过程中，知识产权的公平分配非常重要。知识产权商业化以后， 一部分分成给予外部基金的投资人，给予学校的部分则40%归发明者，40%归大学，20%归发明者所在学院反哺科研。
You know, there is a built-in friction between the faculty who think the idea is theirs and the university or the companies who think IP is ours. And you have to really work very carefully so these two opposing forces can really live together.
That's why I think a clear incentive system that everyone understands and signs on in the very beginning is very important.
Correct.
And for the students who invent something, it's the same incentive system that applies.
No. Students, actually, the IP belongs to them.
Fully.
Fully. Because when it comes to faculty members, we provide the infrastructure, we provide the manpower to support the experiment, the work, and they actually live here, yes. So IP belongs to the university, but revenues are shared. With students, IP is theirs. I think, again, the role of the university is not to look only on the economical part, but when it comes to education, how we really raise more and more innovators out of the university for the benefit of everyone.
除了重视基础研究、创建技术转让公司、募集外部资金支持大学早期项目以外，大学还有导师系统、跨学科合作平台等举措，去鼓励创新创业。
Students on campus have many ideas, but they have to invest in getting a degree. So what we have done here at Tel Aviv University, we first of all created what we call Tau Ventures, which is kind of a small fund and, again, a mentoring system that students can approach to see if their idea makes sense, get some, I would say, guidance, mentorship, and making it easy for them. We created something else. Tel Aviv University has a great medical school, Sackler Medical School, and 17 affiliated hospitals. In the hospitals, many medical doctors run into device-oriented problems while dealing with patients, and they don't have time to find solutions. So we created an interface between students and medical doctors. It's called Biomed Tech. Medical doctors bring, not pharma, device-oriented problem. Students of all disciplines sit. It's not compulsory, but they come and try to find a solution.
So it's real-world problems presented to them to ask them to take the challenge and solve the problem.
Exactly. You don't force. You don't try to really make things only as rules. Encouragement is something that works.
在以色列，大学与业界之间有良好紧密的互动。大学着力于基础研究，创建鼓励创业的氛围和机制，而企业则为学生提供平台、设备、奖学金、方向指导和创业机会。
Because in China, we have also a lot of top engineering students, but you don't see the same kind of relationship between universities and industries. So not the same kind of technology transfer will happen.
A relationship of academia and industry is very strong here. Remember, universities for hundreds of years were blamed to be kind of an ivory tower. No industry. Industry might contaminate this free and thinking, and owe it to our students. We prepare students to life, and I think that they should face practical problems already when I'm here. Well, I spent about 7 years in Exxon in the United States. I came from MIT to Exxon, and Exxon opened for me a whole world of problems I never knew existed. Problems that used to be considered dirty for scientists, because how to lubricate machines, how to optimizing the drilling of oil. And every problem can be translated into a basic science question.
But probably consider like small and not as important by scientists.
Industry exists here on campus
Yeah.
in a way that there is kind of, again, a very healthy dialogue that brings students in. Faculty is also involved. Nothing is forced, it's only encouraged. So this, I would say, coexistence, yes, again, emphasizing, and I'll repeat it, the basic research aspect, this existence is healthy for both sides.
Win-win
And
for
Israel,
all.
yes. Yes.
Yeah, win-win for all, right? Yeah, both for the students, university, and the industries.
Right.
以色列是全球教育程度最高的国家之一，出产的学术论文数量就人口来算也是全世界最高。其对基础研究的重视，加上成熟的技术转让机制，大学与业界良好的互动，支持着创业之国的发展。下一节，克拉夫特将探讨政府如何与大学合作来推动创新，中以课堂体验与家庭教育有何不同，以及科技对教育带来的挑战。企业界提供高薪，吸引大学工作人员进入业界。如何对抗人才流失，吸引优秀的学者留在大学任教？克拉夫特指出，学校要转变将研究者整日留在校园的思维方式，提供灵活的工作机制。
And do professors get paid like in a scale that's like comparable to top talents in other industries here?
No. All universities in Israel are public universities. Everything is regulated. Salaries are dictated by the government. So university salaries are the same on the same for researchers or scientists on the same level at all universities. Yes. So yes, the question could be, so how you keep them here? We allow our researchers to spend a day a week, but this thing happens worldwide in industry. They can consult to industry. More recently, there is a more severe problem that Google, Facebook offer such salaries that the attraction is you cannot compete. I know that I think in Pittsburgh, Uber actually moved the whole group of professors, one of the university, to Uber. Yes. So here we face it on a smaller scale, but I think we have to start thinking that we should leave the idea that we have a professor, not all of them, the stars, that may reside part of the time in industry and a part of the time here, but still have students and grants and responsibilities here. This is not easy for universities to digest, but I think we have really to be prepared for it.
在以色列，政府与大学合作去推动创新发展。首先，政府从招聘和薪酬入手，介入帮忙解决大学面临的人才流失问题。
In China, the problem is that in academia, people get paid very low salary. So in order to survive or make a decent living, then they need to go out and try to make more money. So their energy is not spent on basic research, as you say.
So here the system, here the government can come in, yes. The researchers have to have most of their time in mind at the university. This is what they were hired, to do research and to teach. So here the government comes in. And this is fighting brain drain. Government puts money into recruitment, helping recruitment of those who come back to Israel. Now, in Israel, every professor must spend a few years abroad. Israel is very small, and we recruit only those who spend a few years in American or European universities, bringing experience from abroad, and also after they graduate here, they kind of swim in foreign waters, and if they don't drown, they're good. Then the government, of course, can supply resources that encourage cooperation between disciplines or even between or among universities.
So the government provide the resources, but the universities still have the full freedom to decide where it wants to go.
Yes, when government puts resources, the government can direct the resources in a certain direction. But within this direction, freedom is complete.
历史上有1/5的诺贝尔奖的获得者是犹太人。究竟在犹太人的学校里，老师怎么教？在他们的家里，父母又强调什么样的价值观，可以让他们培养出一代又一代富有创造力又成功的犹太人呢？
We know that there's this new obsession with Israel from China. So what are the unique elements that made Israel the startup nation and also Tel Aviv one of the best innovation hubs in the world?
So the idea that a country can put all its, I would say, energy and emphasis on the human capital, this is something that led to our knowledge economy, which is behind the startup nation concept. Our students, are like many, many other countries, come to the university later. They have to go through high school, of course, and then through military service. When you arrive at the university after the military service, when you create kind of a survival kit, yes, you come more mature, you think differently. Therefore, most degrees at Israeli universities are 3 years. Engineering and medicine are 4 and 6. So even we have to squeeze the curriculum into 3 years because they arrive here older. So we talk about very serious students who know what they want and they have kind of a target. The way that we raise our students and who they are is actually what Startup Nation is.
以色列人在18岁时要服兵役，男性3年，女性2年，因此以色列大学生普遍更成熟。他们在军队中学到牺牲精神、责任感、解决问题和完成任务的能力、领导力。这种独特的经历是以色列式教育与创新重要的环节。
But for the school experience, how does the Israeli school and classroom experience differ from other countries, say like China?
Israeli students are more audacious. You can challenge even your professors. So questioning, not taking things for granted, this is part of the nature of the Israeli students I know. We should not try to make our students more obedient. Obedient in the sense of course, following regulations, yes, but not taking things for granted. Discipline is important, but discipline should not kill the possibility to challenge.
特拉维夫大学与清华、北大等10多间中国高校签订了合作协议。克拉夫特认为，东方正在崛起，不能忽视，是以色列最早一批向东看的学校。在合作的过程中，也发现了以色列与中国两国文化的差异。
就我们以色列人非常直接的，说的非常直接，然后会让中国人感觉有点不礼貌。但是这不是我们的意义，这不是我们的意思，我们就是这样的，我们想就说，在中国不一样。
以色列这边老师和你是一种讨论的性质。你像我们开组会，我们实验室开组会，就明显我记得在国内我的实验室的时候，基本上就是老师在说什么，然后学生在听、在记、在写。然后在这边是老师和学生完全是在那儿讨论，而且讨论的非常激烈。当然不是那种争吵，对，就是这样的话，就给人感觉是老师并不是高高在上的。
以色列学生善于提问，敢于挑战，这种个性离不开家庭教育，更与热爱辩论的犹太传统文化息息相关。
And where do these characteristics come from? Like what do parents emphasize at home, and how do they teach these kind of values?
I would say it's even deeper. In Jewish culture, questioning, yes, raising question, raising doubts is part of our tradition. And this goes with the students from home through schools, elementary school, high school, and then the university. And this is something we have to preserve.
But at home, at a typical home, how would the parents raise children in a different way?
I guess in China it's the same. Parents are talking at home about the future depends on education, They do a lot in order to provide their children with the possibility to go to the best school. But I think that the environment, not only home, the environment, this is what creates this questioning, challenging, and the parents themselves, if they are graduate of the same system, they of course bring the same culture to home.
科技正在以前所未有的速度发展，我们要怎么样变革我们的教育体系，才能更好地利用科技，而不被科技所颠覆？我们又要怎么样教育我们的孩子，才可以让他们在未来立于不败之地呢？
So we see a technological innovation happening on a faster than ever speed in the world. So especially including, artificial intelligence and all that.
Right, yes.
So what can we do to keep our next generation still competitive in a world with robots?
Continuing with education, continuing exploring all the time. The university have been the same. It's time to change in some direction. Bringing industry in is one. The other thing is, let's try and reinvent ourselves from the point of education.
But people do talk about, the disruption by online education in the sense that now we all have one career in our life. But in the future, we might have 3 or 4 careers, and every time we probably don't have time to take off and go back to university. Instead, we can just learn online.
This online learning is something that we have to know how to introduce to the universities. We might need to change the balance between studying at home, learning at home, and discussing at the universities, and also open completely what students decide or want to learn. I think that going into the direction of personalized learning is something that will still attract students to the university. People usually bring examples from the extreme. Yes, everything is online. You don't have to leave home. The fact is that people leave home. Yes, and people like to meet people and exchange ideas. So, from this point of view, I think that the human nature, at least as far as I can see, will dominate.
But I guess to find a way to utilize technology rather than to be disrupted by technology is key.
Correct.
Professor Klafter 一直再三强调，虽然科研成果转化很重要，但是我们还是应该把最多的时间、精力和资源放到基础研究，因为大学的本质就是为了创造知识而去创造知识，这是未来一切可能的源头，也是为创新打下坚固的基石。
接着为您播出《雅居乐地产筑梦天下》。